I never wore underwear. It was the first boobs most kids saw. I had kids very late in life. I gave birth to twins 5 weeks after I turned 49.
Great love affair with Mr. Pacino.
I had a great love affair.
Okay, so we're gonna do, Bev, a little thing, kind of like a walk down memory lane.
Okay.
Because I think people might not realize before you ever got into acting.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
It's okay.
No,
It's
they
all
might
right.
not realize that before you got into acting, you actually were a singer.
What in the world did I do?
So was singing your first passion or was acting your first passion?
Never passionate about acting. I sang my way into acting.
Okay.
I knew I could sing. But I did immigrate to Canada as a studio vocalist. I was not that girl who like, oh, I'll get a job as a waitress and go to Hollywood. Never, never, never. I sang my way into it. I was singing in Canada with Ronnie Hawkins. Ronnie Hawkins was one of the original rockabillys, but things happened and I ended up joining a repertory company with a small production called Kronberg 1582. It was a musical of Hamlet and I played Ophelia. And they said, fire everybody but that girl, we're going to Broadway. So I opened starring in a Broadway show that was then called Rockabye Hamlet within, I don't know, 8 months from singing in a bar band. All the casting directors for films came after me. And I did a line in Annie Hall, a couple lines in Annie Hall, got a Screen Actors Guild card, and just boom, 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 one thing after another. And then there was Coal Miner's Daughter. So I kind of sang my way into it.
Since we found how much it hurts.
You playing Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
That earned you a Golden Globe nomination.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's kind of where we really started to fall for you.
And that's where I started to, you know, stare at the phone that was ringing off the hook.
Clark, what are you doing?
Ellen Griswold, did you have any idea that doing that would then make you become one of Hollywood's most beloved mothers?
Okay, no.
Okay.
I read it and I was 29 and I didn't quite get it. Now, my husband read it and he said, but Beverly, look at this cousin Eddie, he's hilarious, we do it. The first one was R-rated.
Yeah, I remember.
Because it was the first boobs most kids saw, because I meet them all now. But they grew up. Chevy was this leading man, it was a vehicle for him.
Sure.
It was a satire, really, and it was rated R. But what we found out was that parents were going and taking their kids.
Yep.
And so by the time we did the second one, that's when we, you know, curtailed some stuff. And did I know what was going to happen? I had no idea.
Is that a real gun, Mom?
I don't know, Rusty, but when this is all over, your father may be going away for a little while.
I remember thinking I got to dumb down a little bit.
Huh.
It was important to me that the audience understand that this man was loved. Because if I would have portrayed that wife as like angry at him or frustrated with him or not caring about him, I think that would have shifted things.
What's a memory from shooting that very first vacation that still makes you laugh out loud?
Still makes me laugh out loud. Well, probably just that I got the role. I don't know, I'm like, huh? It was modeled on my mother.
Helen Priscilla Ruth Smith Griswold. Will you remarry me?
Priscilla Ruth Smith was my mother's maiden name. She was very much, you know, a wife and a homemaker. And she always said it doesn't matter, you know, who gives what, as long as it adds up to 100%. And you honor your vows, right? I saw the films, actually my little secret was I viewed them as a romantic comedy. When you watch it again and again, you see more of that wild chemistry. That's what makes me laugh, that like from the minute that I met Chevy, it was on. We could be Clark and Ellen as long as we were talking to each other.
Action.
Clark and Ellen Griswold.
The first time that E.T. was on set with you guys was on European vacation in 1984.
I didn't even know that.
That was the very first time.
It's tapped me more as a person.
Oh God, I can't watch that. I don't watch anything of me.
You know what?
I just remember that when I was wearing that dress, my makeup guy told me I better wear a girdle because I never wore underwear.
You felt like after this movie, this was going to be the end. Like we've wrapped up the story for the Griswolds.
Oh, you mean it was not conceived of as a franchise?
So, but did you really think that was going to be the end? of the
Oh
Griswolds?
yeah, I thought that was that because then I went straight into Streetcar Named Desire.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
I've done 5 films with him, a pilot, 3 commercials, numerous conventions, and I still don't know why he says the things he says or does the things he does. But I love him.
But you love him.
Yeah.
How are you still in touch with him?
Very much so.
Yeah.
We've been in touch for 40 years.
Is it true that you improvised the freeze moment on Christmas
Yes.
Vacation?
Absolutely true. So I said to Chevy, I'm gonna do this thing. And he goes, you can't do that. I said, he's not gonna notice. And it was the last shot of the day. And I said, I promise you, he's not gonna notice. Anyway, we do it. They go freeze. I put my hand down there. Director says, we got it, wrap, and that was that.
Welcome to our home.
It's only in the past couple of years that people have even noticed that I was doing that.
Ellen Griswold really did change how Hollywood looked at you. Do you agree with that?
I feel the impact of how the industry sees me. You got to remember, I was living outside of the country.
Right. You were in Italy at that
I was in Italy, and then I moved to Ireland.
If the Griswolds took a vacation in 2026, where would they go? And what would they look like?
To Mars.
Well, after making 5 films in the Vacation franchise across 32 years and racking up $325 million worldwide, at 74 years young, Beverly's career is not slowing down.
I have 4 films coming out in the next year.
Are you working more now than you pretty much?
Well, than the year before. I had kids very late in life. I gave birth to twins 5 weeks after I turned 49.
Great love affair with Mr. Pacino.
I had a great love affair, and we have a continuing love. It was really important to me that my kids always would have at least one parent who was physically and emotionally available at all times. And, Al Pacino is one of our greatest actors. So there was never any question to me that his work was very, very important. And so when I had the kids, and then when we decided to raise them in a two household setup, that was very important to me to have that degree of availability.
But was that a conversation on this is how we want to raise our family?
We never had those kind of. Probably if we would have had those conversations, maybe it would have been different. But no, it was my choice. It was my choice, but I didn't need to make any big statements about it. It wasn't a sacrifice or anything like that. It was just, again, a matter of priorities. My priority at the time was being present. This last year, it's been very important to me to work. And I've been really incredibly grateful that I've had opportunities that I've had.
Do you think that there is a shift in Hollywood?
I think that it has to do ultimately with audiences. What audiences desire. Writers have become more aware. There's still a woman there, a life there, interesting, and I would like to hope that ultimately, the wisdom that we gather is valuable. Yes. As you age, it becomes even better for what you can bring to a role. And I've got a lot to bring at this point, and I think that a lot of women do. Bad dreams, Ken?
Now Beverly's going dark and kind of full circle, starring in the new thriller Sleepwalker in select theaters and on demand now. She plays mother to Hayden Panettiere, a widowed mom plagued by haunting visions after a fatal family accident.
By the way, have you noticed I'm always playing moms? What is that about?
You have that maternal energy.
I met Hayden Panettiere, who is absolutely brilliant in this film. I'm looking straight into the camera. I met Hayden when she was 10 years old. I was renovating one of Al's houses. I used a local contractor, and he said to me, I'd love you to meet my daughter. She's an actress too. And I thought, well, here we go. He brought her over and he said, this is my daughter, Hayden. And that was 1998.
Did she remember that meeting? Or did you remind her?
Did she remember it? We clung to each other.
Oh.
It was absolutely beautiful, and the mother-daughter relationship was just there. It was a fantastic working experience. Yeah. She's that great. and she really deserves a lot of attention for this.
For you, being an executive producer on this project as well, being able to call shots.
Just gave more validity to what our point of view was.
Well, is it
and what our
important for you at
suggestion-
this point in your career to have that? I mean, you've earned a say.
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio's production company is behind this
Appian
film.
Way and Verde Films, yeah.
So was that an added reason to say yes to this?
It had to do with Hayden and the wonderful full circle of having seen her at the very beginning, and now here I'm going to be supporting her in this new step that she's taking.
What's next? I'd like to see in another romantic comedy, something entirely different.
We'll have to see what life brings.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, I'm a big believer that if you put it out there, you know, it comes out.
I want you to look at this.
Am I satisfied with my career overall? That's the kind of statement that you'd make when it's all over, you know. In general, I am not a dissatisfied person, I'd say. You know, I find a lot of enjoyment I think I'm kind of incapable of doing things I don't deep down enjoy.
Yeah, well, I'm still that person. I mean, obviously, how long ago was that?
That was 1989.
Yeah,
on the
well,
set
I'm
of
saying the
Christmas
same
Vacation.
thing. I really, I enjoy my life. I enjoy my whole life. I can't kind of be talked out of that. I seem to be unable to.
So that is true.